right, y'all, we made it to the Cracker Barrel, and we thought that they had specific RV parking spots, but it's looking like they don't.
How we looked at this online.
There was 2 different ones around Albany. Maybe we mixed the 2 up. Well, the parking lot's empty, so maybe this will do.
There is another RV in the parking lot though, so I guess that's a good sign. I think they're gonna let us park here, but I just don't know where.
Yeah, you just always feel bad when you're taking up a whole row. We're taking up like 10 spots right now.
I know. It is a weekday though, and tomorrow is also a weekday, so I'm hoping it won't be too crazy.
Okay, so we're thinking that's gonna be our spot right there.
Home sweet home.
Look, we'll have a view, some grass. Not bad.
Oh, and the sign as a neighborly reminder, please lock your car and move your valuables, except we're locking the most valuable thing we own in our camper. Well, good evening, adventurers.
Why, hello there, y'all. Our time in New York State is slowly coming to a close. Today, we sadly left the Hudson Valley.
No.
We had so much fun there.
There's so much more to do and see, but it was tons of fun while we were there. We got out in nature, we ate a bunch, we drank a bunch. It was tons of fall fun.
We pedaled a little rail car through the woods.
Yeah,
How awesome was
random,
that?
so cool.
But anyways, if you did happen to miss that video, we'll link to it on the screen and in the description, as usual. You guys know we've been talking a lot about trying to save a little bit of money since it's so easy to spend a lot of money when you do this full-time RV lifestyle. So we are giving the parking lot stay another go. I know that we had kind of mixed feelings about it the last couple times we did it.
You guys, it's 7 a.m. We were sound asleep and somebody started banging on the door.
Yeah, I don't know about staying in these parking lots. This might have been a horrible idea.
I'm gonna say 3rd time's the charm, right? This is gonna be so good. It's gonna be super duper.
Yeah.
Y'all know why it's gonna be so super duper? Because we're staying at a Cracker Barrel. I literally have only been to this once as an adult, but every time I went on a road trip when I was little with my aunt and uncle, this is where we stopped.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel, if you're not familiar with it, it's a huge part of like growing up as a Midwesterner or a Southerner, or even up here in the north. I mean, they have them everywhere. I didn't know they went up this far.
They are really far up into the north and all over the south even.
But this is actually a nice tip that a lot of y'all gave us on some of those other parking lot videos we did. Just like a Walmart or a Love's parking lot, you can stay at a Cracker Barrel.
So we did do kind of an oopsie-daisy. The Cracker Barrel that we actually wanted to stay at was on the other side of Albany, and I mapped to the wrong one. It actually had dedicated RV spots, and it was more of a standalone Cracker Barrel. This is kind of in a big shopping center.
We do have it all to ourselves, though. We are the only people in this parking lot.
But I'm hoping it won't be like Walmart, where, you know, people were just constantly there all night long, coming and going. I think these shops will probably close earlier than 11, though, so hopefully it'll be nice and peaceful tonight. Got him, nailed it. The best thing about these parking lot stays is you don't have to worry about unhooking or hooking anything up. Although we do like to put our jack down to take the tension off of this little bad boy right here.
Yeah, you might as well, you know, spare the suspension a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Give the truck a little break.
Chuck the truck, is that what we're calling it?
I think I goofed up and called him Chuck the other day, and y'all seem to really like it, so I think we might stick with it.
Let's just call it Chuck the Truck.
Chuck the Truck.
It seems a little on the nose, but
it's
whatever.
A little basic, but it's easy to remember.
Allison's in cleaning mode over here.
It's been raining the last couple days, and it's just, we're tracking so much gross stuff in here. Ah.
It has been incredibly difficult to keep this clean, especially the floor. Within one day at a farm stay, this is just tracked with tons of mud and dirt.
Yeah, and I have this rug, but then, of course, like a dope, I got a white one, so then I don't want us walking on that. There's a few sweaters and some stuff, and it looks like a hurricane came through.
On the plus side, we got the new Taylor Swift bumping. It's growing on me, you
I was
know.
about to say, Eric's slowly coming around. All right, I can't stop at just the entryway. I gotta do it all, it's so gross. This is an appropriate thing to do in a parking lot, right? To shake out your rug.
I think so.
Yeah, totally cool and normal.
So obviously we could make a meal in our fully functioning kitchen, you know, dirty dishes, use up water, maybe use some propane. But we aren't gonna do that. We're gonna use this as an excuse to eat at Cracker Barrel.
We're gonna let them do all the dirty work for us.
Yeah, we love Cracker Barrel, you guys, honestly, but we never eat here because obviously it's gluttonous. It's very easy to go a little overboard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have salads and stuff, but that is not why you come here.
No, but you know, it's a special occasion, so Cracker Barrel, here we come.
My word. It's delicious smelling chaos in here, just like I remember it. There's just so much going on in the gift shop.
So yeah, that's how Cracker Barrel works. You walk in and the first area is, you know, their general store, gift shop area. It's the exact same amount of square footage in every Cracker Barrel you ever go to. The same kind of tchotchkes and goofy stuff everywhere. Right now it's Christmas themed, so you walk in, you're just hit with a bunch of Christmas music, a bunch of goofy little ornaments and things.
Oh my gosh,
it's
it
great.
Smells like Christmas. Oh, I love it. It's just reminding me so much of being a little happy child.
Before you became an adult, you got jaded by the world.
But I will say, Cracker Barrel grew up with us. Apparently, there's alcohol now, and I do not believe there was any when we were little. Well, we spent entirely too much time in the gift shop, and now they close in about an hour. So it is time to order our body weight in food. Let's see what we're having. All right, maybe we went a little overboard, but I'm not upset about it. That's what we have a fridge for.
I've been dying to try the fried chicken. I mean, look at it. It looks just incredible. But guess how many calories this plate is right here? Minus the dumplings. Just that. Do you want to break the news?
Is it 1,600 calories?
1640 just for this. Okay. So I will be eating this little piece and take this to go. This might be the crispiest chicken I've ever encountered. And the oil is just glistening on there. Holy cow. Slowly remembering why we never eat at Cracker Barrel. The regret afterwards, that's why. Fried chicken doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. This crispy outside layer is just so fluffy, and then it's incredibly juicy and just perfectly cooked on the inside. Allison went with the country fried steak.
Yeah, I was keeping it really healthy today, unlike somebody over there. Whoever thought to pound up some beef and deep fry it, genius. And then put gravy on it, white gravy. Oh my gosh. Chicken fried steak is one of my favorite things. I think the first time I ever had it was actually down in Texas. They probably do it a little bit differently than here, a little bit bigger, but it looks and smells like chicken fried steak.
And that is the proper technique for eating it too.
You gotta like shove it in. If I'm being honest, it almost tastes like deep fried ham.
Could be a good
And
thing,
I'm not
I guess.
upset by it, it's really good.
Did you see how many calories that was?
It says 500, and I am not gonna question that, and I'm just gonna eat the whole thing.
There is no way that that's 500.
Hey, man, back off.
All right.
Back off my steak.
Hey, I got broccoli, so. No trip to Cracker Barrel is complete without playing the peg game.
Oh
I took one.
no. Well, I could never do this as a sober child, let alone a slightly tipsy full adult.
The goal is to end up with only one. Good luck. Well, you ended up with 4. What does it say there?
Leave 4 or more and you're just plain ignoramus. Okay, can you jump twosies? Like 2? I think this is what I always did when I was a kid because I would get so angry. I'd be like, look, that's pretty good at 2. Leave only 2 and you're pretty smart. I think that's accurate. We were about to turn in for the night, but we wanted to see who else is out here in the parking lot for the night.
Well, we got one guy there who showed up,
Oh,
and there's a guy over there in the corner.
another van.
Check it out. There's another person over there. Look,
Oh.
a little sneaky pole behind like ours.
All right. So I think this wins for the least amount of randos in the parking lot, but the most amount of RVs in a parking lot for a night.
It's kind of nice because it almost feels like an RV park because we're surrounded by other boondockers, you know?
It does. It feels like our own private RV place, but nobody interacts with each other and everyone keeps their distance, which I like.
And everyone eats Cracker Barrel.
And everyone eats Cracker Barrel.
Did you almost say Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel. But luckily, there is not a soul anywhere else in the parking lots around us or at the Cracker Barrel.
We're actually in our own little nook back here. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. This is definitely so far our best parking lot experience. I'm thinking Cracker Barrels from here on out, right?
Except we're gonna eat a whole bunch of Cracker Barrel.
I know,
That's
now
the
we gotta
downside.
eat beer and chicken every time we stay here.
But it
Dang
was friggin' delicious.
so good.
I was telling her earlier, it was better than I remember it being, all right? They've like crafted their recipe over the years. I don't know, it was incredible.
It's more like crack or barrel because it's so delicious. You
Nice
get it?
job. If you guys recall, before we left for Asia, our lock broke on our door, specifically our deadbolt, but it has 2 locks, and we can lock the bottom one from the outside, not from the inside. So I've got a sneaky little plan to lock it like this. Does this work? Oh, this is gonna work. Get the key in there, and we're locked. All right, nice and secure. Whoop.
Oh, are you so sure about that, my love?
Oh, what happened? Was it not closed all the way? Oh no. Whoopsie. Okay, now it's locked.
Yeah.
Okay, it turns out when you lock it out there, you can't open it from the inside like this, so you don't get locked in, I guess.
We've honestly just been snuggled up in bed watching movies, but I guess it is finally time to go to bed. Hit the lights.
Well, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Take a guess why we're sitting outside of the RV and not inside of it. Tell them why.
The freaking lock works, y'all. It lets you out, but it doesn't let you back in. We
Yeah.
got it auto unlocked. Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, we're stupid. That was dumb.
This is up there with some of the
Yeah.
dumbest things we've done.
Because you guys remember last night we locked it from the outside, and when we figured out that it opens from the inside, I assumed it was just moving the lock. We didn't retest it, you know.
So this morning we got up bright and early just to get out and see like what was happening in the parking lot, get some fresh air, and now we can't get back in.
Yep, we're just sitting out here all by ourselves. We're locked out.
Although, we're very lucky that Eric had his phone with him.
Yes, that is one consolation. I was able to call a locksmith. I'd put my phone in my pocket. He was like, yeah, we can help you out. The guy should call you in a couple minutes and then figure out when he can come there. So hopefully it's not hours before he can come here.
I am glad I was smart enough to grab a blankie at the last second, though. I'm not so cold, at least. We would go into Cracker Barrel, except the only thing I have to wear is this freaking blanket poncho. And I feel like they're not going to be too happy if we stroll in there in just jammies and a poncho.
Before you guys make too much fun of us for not knowing how a lock works, just know everyone makes mistakes, especially us. Locksmith is here. Thank God.
Easy as that, huh?
Easy by having the right tools.
Oh my
In 3 minutes. Nice, awesome, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man, it was cold out there, you guys. I'm trying to warm up. It's nice and toasty in here, though. We got the heat blaring.
We do. It's really nice. It's down here, so I'm trying to warm up my feet. Because me, went out there in just sandals. Y'all, it was like 40 degrees that whole time. It got really cold.
But it could have been much, much worse. It was much colder the other morning, so. And I had my phone and stuff, so, you know, it worked out. Crisis averted. Our plan was actually to ultimately drop this off at like an RV repair center because we got a couple little things we need to fix, and we want someone to fix that lock. I don't feel like doing it myself. But we weren't going to do that for another week or two. But that would have been nice because we were going to get a fancy updated lock with like a keypad or something. So even if you get locked out, you can just press the code.
Breaking into our RV again.
Yeah,
Yay.
great. I didn't see this morning going that way, but anyway, I'm going to take a nap. So our fridge actually turned off in the middle of the night last night because we're out of propane. We've only just now ran out of propane since we started traveling in the Black Series though, so that's pretty good. Luckily it has like a dual tank setup. So conveniently enough, you can go to a Tractor Supply Co. and refill. Sadly, I think it's gonna be a little expensive though.
What isn't in our life these days?
Good point. love being able to take the tanks out and get them filled separately. Usually we would just put it in the truck and take it. Clementine has a big undermounted tank, so you have to take the entire rig to a spot, and then they have to have a long enough hose to reach to it, so it's not as easy as this. One downside to that type of rig, I guess. One last thing marked off the to-do list. Well, we have arrived to our campsite in Vermont, and it's a good one, a real good one. Maybe one of the best. I know we say that all the time.
Y'all, we had quite the experience getting out here. It was a bit of a hoot. We weren't sure we were gonna make it, but
yeah, and it's a tough campsite just to get the camper to.
Yeah, so we'll show you that in the next video. You'll have to stay tuned for that. But overall, Cracker Barrel, huge success. Definitely will be probably exclusively staying at those from now on.
Yeah, and we're gonna sort out a whole key situation to make sure that never happens again.
Yeah,
obviously.
We're gonna have solutions for everything. Once we make enough mistakes in our lives, we'll solve all those mistakes one by one. All right, goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.